Hello everyone, today we have a celebrity guest with us. She is Radha Vishwanath. She's an actress, theatre artist, journalist and an author. Let us have a small chat with her. So madam, you said you are a journalist. So how did your career start in journalism?
I strayed into it. I wanted to be a doctor, trained to be a teacher, but ended up being a journalist.
Oh,
That's how it went.
okay. So we have known a lot about you, journalism in the parliament.
So that's a part of the job. That's a part of the job, nothing great or anything.
Can you tell us more about it?
See, having strayed into it, I just wanted change. I enjoyed writing at all times. So I went to write features and things like that, and then slowly I just went into serious journalism, day-to-day reporting and everything, and I covered parliament, I covered events, I covered ministries, I covered political parties, all that which is a part of my profession.
Okay.
What you are writing today will form a part, one small bit of history at a later stage. So in making of that history, I have had this little part. And I've had my moments where, like, I was there when the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid structure was brought down. I was there when the first bus entered with Vajpayee as the Prime Minister into Pakistan. I was there in Kashmir when in Hazrat Bal the Prophet Muhammad's hair was lost. All those events are good, like when I went to Hazrat Bal, there was bullets whizzing past and how we survived. And then when the first elections were held in Punjab, after the border fencing was done, after a long spell of President's rule, after the Khalistani movement, the elections were being fought for being held. So a small group of journalists, we went along the border to see the fencing and see the mood of the people and all that. It was really tough. Traveling in the dark through villages which were terrorist, those separatists. They were not terrorists maybe. They were separatists were there, still there. So you never knew. So we used to. That was a very exciting kind of a trip it was.
How did you survive? You survived, but at that time, what was your thinking?
At that point of time, you're not scared. You're not scared. It's just the adrenaline going through you, pumping through your nerves, and you just go through the whole process. So that is that. So they're all nice to think back and all that, but that every journalist has their moments.
But now when you recollect those, how do you feel?
Good. It feels good. It's good. It's just good. There's nothing like, but there are other journalists. The old generation has to make way for the new generation.
But according to what we know, like there are different types of journalists who do it. A few just write down what they know, what they hear and what they want. But there are only few people who want to know the truth, what is going on, what has happened. The reality never comes a lot.
See, reality is again a subjective matter. What is real to me may not be real to somebody else. Perceptions always change. But what happens is after a long stint in this profession, you learn to connect dots. And when you connect the dots, then the larger picture emerges. And I feel good when I'm telling connecting those dots and telling that tale to youngsters. It feels good. I tell my own children, but one thing I don't like to do is to dwell in the past and say, oh, those were the times and what am I doing now? I'm still doing a lot of stuff now, and I'm quite enjoying myself even now, even though I'm no longer active in journalism.